to Bella Unwind with me, Sarima Ibrahim, talking about stress today and different ways and strategies that we can use to overcome it. Because sometimes stress can get the better of us and you end up feeling really overwhelmed and then you get sick and stuff like that. And that's something that we don't want. Now, a way that a lot of people use to overcome stress is go karaokeing. Or a lot of people enter into reality competitions, which they really shouldn't do. And the lady next to me is going to talk to us about why that's so. Her name is Janice. She's just come out with a book. She's a vocal trainer, a head coach of Life Academy. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Janice. I don't know, it's hilarious. My chair is lower than yours. So, you know, I actually look like a student now. So it's cool. So you're going to teach me some tips on how to use my voice to overcome stress. So this is your book. It's called Unlock Your Voice, The Secrets to Singing. Tell us a little bit, very briefly, about your background in vocal training and how you got into it, Janice.
Well, I was in theatre, TV presenting, radio announcing, but particularly in theatre, I struggled a lot to find my voice, to find my signature sound and to be able to deliver my voice in singing, like, you know, really project my voice. And then I realized for the first time, oh my gosh, maybe I really can't sing. Yeah, and all this while I thought I could.
Yeah, berangan sekejap lah. And then?
So that led me to a whole vocal journey. I studied all sorts of singing techniques as well as how the human voice works.
Did you do opera and stuff like that, classical training?
It does cover to a certain extent, yeah, classical singing as well. But I would say that if you learn all the techniques, you can choose how you want to sound like. So you can sing classical, or you can sing more like a pop singer.
Or rock, because I heard Pink, the singer, she's actually trained classically.
A lot of singers, are trained, you know, in Broadway and all that, but they choose to do more contemporary stuff.
Or pop and stuff like that. So you came out with this. Why did you come out with this? Is this to help people realize that they can't sing?
No.
Like, sorry, you're really bad.
No, of course not. Actually, it's meant for singers from all levels. Because if you feel like you're an advanced singer and you have a particular problem you're struggling with, for example, you feel like you sound like you're singing through your nose.
Yes.
You can dive straight into the tractor.
Like, who sings through their nose? There's a lot of people sing through their nose. Like, sometimes Madonna sings through her nose. Or Britney Spears. What's Britney Spears doing? What's this, Janice? Oh, baby, baby, how was I supposed to know?
That's more, that's more just using your nasal tract. If I talk a little bit like this, you know, I'm just using more of my nasal tract to make a sound.
Okay.
But it does not necessarily mean you're singing through your nose. Singing through your nose, you can actually detect it if you are using,
I'm singing through my nose.
If I do this, and there's a difference when I pinch my nose. That means I'm using my nose to sing.
If I were to do that and pinch my nose at home, it would look very unattractive and my husband would be like, what's going on here?
But that's a good way to test your husband's love for you, see?
This is true. Sang later on. Okay, now we're talking about stress though. So how does singing affect the brain waves? Because apparently scientific research has shown that people who are singing feel instantaneously happier. Is it like an endorphin releasing serotonin? Does it affect you on a hormonal level, Janice?
You're spot on that, actually.
I know these things.
Did you study the voice yourself?
I read your book already. No, okay.
Because singing, the act of singing itself releases endorphins.
There you go.
And endorphins basically, they're feel-good chemicals from our brains.
Right.
So we automatically feel good. It's a bit like morphine, you know, but it doesn't make you addicted. Yeah.
We all need to sing more. Is that why we're obsessed with karaoke as a nation?
Yes, exactly. And then it also produces oxytocins, hormones of which are known as love hormones. You know, like when you hug someone, you make them feel better.
I want to sing a love song now and hug you. Okay.
So you actually have to be careful who you sing with, because oxytocins, they are bonding hormones as well. So if you keep singing with, you know, that same person, you might actually develop feelings you don't really want to develop.
My first date with my husband was at karaoke.
You got trapped.
Maybe we fell in love because we were singing. Oh no. It could be though.
Never mind, it must have contributed.
So don't go karaokeing with anybody that you don't want to fall in love with, okay? All right, so it does have a scientific basis to it to release stress. So tell me, what do you do? So you're here today, so show me some techniques that would help me to relax or increase the blood flow to my brain and give me those oxytocins and the serotonin and the endorphins. Come on, Janice.
Actually, what I'm going to do is I'll be sharing some vocal techniques that will help you improve your voice, because most people, despite knowing the benefits of singing, they're still terrified terribly frightened of singing.
It is quite scary. Takut tak elok ke, the sound
Exactly.
is weird, you know.
But the truth is, even if you sing terribly, you would already experience the benefits, you know, like the endorphins and oxytocins, and at the same time give yourself a good lung workout.
Unless you're with a bunch of people and then you sing so bad and then you shot sendiri lah.
And then you feel embarrassed,
And then you're embarrassed. Well, some people tak embarrassed langsung, they keep singing.
Yeah,
you
good for
know,
them.
And they make a career of it. Okay, so go on then.
Okay,
Show us
so the
this.
first one I'm going to share with you is how to expand your vocal range. Because most people struggle around here. So around here, this is what happens to a normal human voice. And then it starts, there's a break. Yeah, so you can actually iron that out.
Okay.
And all you got to do is add a little bit of a whimper to your voice.
Go on then.
So if I whimper like this.
Oh, maraong gitu.
Right, so if you go.
This is sounding very strange right now.
But a lot of singers use this. Like, for example, in Rolling in the Deep, Adele, when she
Yes,
goes like,
Adele.
we could have had it all. She goes, oh. She's actually adding a little bit of a cry.
Sounds like she's in pain.
In the deep. Yeah. So there's a little bit of a whimper to the voice.
Okay.
And that is actually one of the
Macam
vocal gifts
sakit
we
lah,
can
a
use.
little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Sounds sakit, but it doesn't feel sakit.
So it's a bit... That sounded a bit wrong. Okay, so put a bit of whimper. And how does this help with... I mean, does that not damage your vocal cords?
Not at all. In fact, it protects your voice.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do some more then. So give us another example then.
Okay, that's for getting a medium volume sort of thing when you're getting
Okay.
higher. But if you want to get even louder than that,
Yes.
like belting, you know, like what divas use or rock,
Whitney Houston. Ah, gitu.
those belting is
Yes.
another vocal gear, and we do that by using a thing that we already used the moment we were born,
Which is?
which
Crying.
is no, it's
Crying
a belting.
lah.
Yeah, it's a bit like crying. So you know, when we were born, the
Yes.
first thing we did was cry, right?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
But I have
check
an
with your
idea
mum.
lah. My mom said I was quiet at first, which is
Really?
quite strange. Yes, never mind.
Well, the
Made up for
cry
it.
in general, basically, is a loud piercing sound, something like this. Right? As an
Oh,
adult on the keyboard.
Pontianak. That's quite scary.
Now, this sound is used by, you know, rock singers
Okay.
and divas. So if I use that same cry in my singing, for example, I'm actually just using something that I already have since I was born, of which everybody has.
We can all belt.
Exactly.
It's a revelation.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, some teachers say you shouldn't do this. You know, you hear like breathing, come from the diaphragm, make sure we're not fast, and it must come from here, lah, here, lah. I keep hearing that. When I was trained, it was always like, come from here, somewhere. So I can't get that, from
It's true, it's true.
here.
You have
It
to
comes
use
from here.
You have to use all three parts.
Oh.
Because the voice is three parts. I call it
Okay.
the vocal trinity. So we have the power source where the diaphragm, you know, does its work, and we have to take very good natural breaths.
Okay.
And at the same time use the vocal cords, which is the vibrator.
Okay.
And we also have the amplifier part of the voice.
This is our amplifying area.
Yes.
So is this where we get like happy because all the blood rushes to your head? You ever notice when you're singing and it's like, you know, you sort of feel like the blood's coming to the top of your head, and I guess that's what helps you feel better with the hormones and stuff, isn't it?
Actually, we feel a lot of resonance here, so it does warm up your whole body.
Yeah, you get hot. It's
But
like
the
exercise.
breathing also is part of why we feel so relaxed when we're singing, because when we breathe properly or take natural breaths,
Yes.
what we're doing is we're actually having really good blood circulation.
So show me, Jan. Let me try with and without a technique. So the not the
Okay.
belting one, or the crying
we'll start
one's
with
probably
the crying
a bit
one
better.
first.
Okay, so I'll try it. Okay, just to see, because I have no idea how to do
Okay,
this.
so we'll do this on like that. Yeah. So whenever you feel like you have a limit, you feel like you're hitting a limit, that's when we start to add the whimper.
Ah,
so
okay,
let's try for here, and if you want to get louder, so
Okay, I'll try and whimper. Okay.
That's good, yeah. Okay. Now
Sound like
try.
an opera singer from a Chinese old colonial. Okay.
When you drop your jaw, then it's going
Ooh,
to
it
sound
takes a lot of
different.
breathing.
So like this.
Drop my jaw.
But we're going to drop our jaw this time. You find that the sound still is the same, but the
Okay.
resonance is much
All right, I'll
wider.
try it. Okay. It popped my ears.
Yeah.
It went like that.
Try higher.
that
It's going to
normal?
feel very easy.
Okay. Okay.
That's it, yeah? Okay.
Oh my God, how high are we going?
You can go really high with this, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so the top bit is where you have to add a little
I
bit
have
of
to cry.
Yes,
Okay, hang on.
then it will stop hurting. So you
Okay,
see,
do it again.
let's try with the whimper first.
So all this while, we've been crying and it's been useless when we could actually cry and make a career.
Exactly.
I see. So no, but actually, you know what? Now I'm starting to feel hot. No, I do. I feel warm and everything starts to flow. You're right. It is a bit like exercise. And you do get distracted from life. You know, I'm not really thinking much about the fact that I've just wailed on TV in front of I don't know how many people. So it does help you with stress.
It does.
So wait, what made you want to write this book, Janice? Did you say like, you know, I need to help a lot of people. People are not singing properly, or what was it that pushed you towards doing this?
I wrote this because I was really frustrated because I read a lot of singing books and every book that I read was quite long-winded or very abstract.
Yes.
It doesn't dive straight into, you know, what technical things can you do to achieve that sound that you want.
Okay.
Like today, we've only covered 2 vocal gears. There are 2 other vocal gears that I haven't even mentioned.
For example, just off the top of your head, while we have some minutes left.
So, for example, like anchor is another gear, which helps you sing really low notes with power.
Like Adele?
Not necessarily, lower than that.
Like
so, for example,
by Zura, sometimes she goes really low.
No, lower.
Like
maybe like Etta James in the
okay.
So like you ain't nothing but a hound dog. You know, like get down to your really low register. Yeah.
Start talking like a man. So
And,
what is that? What do you call it? Anchoring.
Anchor, yeah, because you're engaging in your chest register, the lower range.
I'm
of
engaging in my chest register.
Yeah, the beautiful area.
So we'll talk about the chest. Oh. Yeah, I can feel it here.
Yes.
And how does that help the mind? Like these different types of registers, you know, in the throat here. How does that help a person feel better about themselves and relieve their stress?
Being able to speak in your chest register makes you feel grounded. And the chest register voice is the best voice to speak in for public speaking. Because generally it gives, there's more like a backbone to the voice.
Yeah,
there's more weight,
it.
more anchor to the voice.
Yes.
That's why it's called anchor. And you'll find that the moment you speak, people want to listen to you.
They take you seriously.
Yes.
So as opposed to speaking like this all the time, like welcome to Bella Unwind, which some people do talk like that actually.
Yes.
We try and talk like this so people actually listen.
Yeah, there are 3 registers. So you can speak in your chest voice, or you can speak in your middle voice, which is a...
Sounds like Mickey Mouse a bit.
Now it's just a little bit higher. And then this is your head voice, which is...
But a lot of women talk in their head voice.
They do.
Like Marilyn Monroe, do look, and she always talked like this.
Yeah.
Because it was like a way to sound really childlike.
That voice can be sexually attractive to men. However,
okay, that explains my entire life why nobody was attracted to me, because I was talking like this.
but this voice that you're using, which is part chest, part middle.
Am I using part chest, part middle?
Yes, this voice
God,
commands more attention, is more magnetic.
Listen to me, we're on Bella Unwind right now, as opposed to, listen to me, we're on Bella Unwind right now.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, I see. Now, what about group and solo? You know, when you look at groups, there's always one lead singer, and the rest are sort of there as token, like different people like, hey, what's up, right? Is there a difference when it comes to training groups and solos? I mean, do you do both?
Yes, I do both.
And how do you make sure one's not dominating the other? Because often there is somebody in a group that's going to sing louder or, you know, just take over.
Good team management, I suppose. I just gotta manage it. But I would say that learning in a group has its benefits because you train yourself to sing in front of people all the time.
And you feel better, don't you? Because you're around a lot of people, so it helps with stress.
Yeah, but singing individually, on the other hand, helps you focus on your vocal problems. So you can tackle your problems faster. But group singing, interestingly, there is a study by Harvard and Yale, combined study that shows that the life expectancy of people who have done choral singing
is longer.
Yes.
Wow, so we need to sing like more, like that's why nashit and choirs and stuff are good for people because you're all together.
Yes.
And what is that? Is that just because you feel like you're together and you're doing something as an activity?
It promotes healthy heart rate and also an enhanced mental state.
Because you're getting oxytocin, so you're falling in love with the rest of the group. So while you're singing, you're like, I'm bonding to you, I'm bonding to you.
Yeah, it does that, which explains why every country has a national anthem.
Okay, yeah, interesting. You know, myself and Janice were talking in the room earlier, and she did mention why every country has a national anthem, and you would say that's because? Just a general bonding feeling.
Yeah, the bonding that that is done through oxytocins, endorphins, you know, released while we're singing.
So you can see how our voice, especially when we use it to sing, can actually, you know, help people be happier, generally, bond, and, you know, why not take up something like this if you're feeling stressed? So how can people find you, Janice? Where are you, online, etc.?
You can go to unlockyourvoice.com.my.
All right.
And there'll be more information there.
And you're doing courses and stuff for everyone? Brilliant. So if I want to come by, I can just sort of swing by. Will you be training me or would it be other people?
It will be me.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. Thank you, Janice. Yeah. The book is called Unlock Your Voice by Janice Yap. Go out and get it if you haven't, and especially if you're, say, somebody who's looking into professional singing, you might want to look at getting it trained up by Janice, you know, and learning more. I mean, I think I've learned a bit more today, have you, about the whole wailing thing. You know, I assumed it wasn't something that we could all do, but we can. Now, thanks, Janice. Next, we've got some baking, and we have an entrepreneur, a mum of 6, and how she's overcome stress in her life and turned it into a focus that's more positive and productive and quite delicious. Coming up next on Bella Unwind. Thank you.